Hello students, now I am going to continue the chapter Binomial Distribution of 12th Standard, exercise 8.1, question number 7. So the question is on the multiple choice examination with 3 possible answers for each of the 5 questions, what is the probability that candidate would get 4 or more correct answers just by guessing? So here the random variable, that is the number of question answered correctly out of 5, and P, that is getting success, that is correct answers out of 3 options. Success is, that is we have to choose the correct answers out of 3 options. So we are given the 3 options. So out of these 3 options only one is correct. So the P is 1 by 3. See here we are given the 3 options out of which one is correct. So the probability of getting success is 1 by 3. And from this value we can easily find out the value of Q, that is 1 minus P. 1 minus 1 by 3, that is 2 by 3. So here we get the values of P and Q. And since we are given in the example, that is 5 questions are asked, so N, that is number of attempts, is 5. So here we get the values of P, Q and N. So you know the formula, and question asked, that is what is the probability that candidate would get 4 or more correct answers. So 4 or more correct answers means it is it is less than equals to 4, means it is question is, that is candidate would get 4 or more correct answers. So it is less than equals to 4. So less than equals to 4 means here x is equals to 4 and x is equals to 5, because the number of attempts is 5. Sorry, there is one mistake, that is it is greater than equals to 4. I write it again, that is P, x is greater than equals to 4, because in question we are asked, that is it would get 4 or more correct answers, so it is greater than equals to 4. So P is equals to x is equals to 4 and x is equals to 5. So the formula is NCX, P raised to x and Q raised to n minus x. So n, here n is the 5, C 4, x is 4, here 4, and P is 1 by 3 raised to 4, that is x, and Q, that is 2 by 3, n minus x, that is 5 minus 4. Same formula we have to use here. Again here n is 5, Cx, that is 5, and 1 by 3 raised to 5, that is x is here, and Q, that is 2 by 3, 5 minus 5, that is 0. So here 5C4, so the here answer is 5, since the 5 factorial upon r factorial, so you know the formula, 5 factorial upon r factorial into n minus r factorial. So here we get, that is 5 into, yes, I am solving here, 5C4, that is 5 factorial upon r factorial and n minus r factorial, is 1 factorial. So here we are going to solve 5 factorial, we can write like this, so that is 5 into 4 factorial upon 4 factorial. So this 4 factorial cancel, so the answer is 5. So here that is why I write 5 into 1 upon 81. So see how we get 1 upon 81. So 1 raised to 4 is 1 and 3 raised to 4 is 81 into 5 minus 4, that is 1. So 2 by 3 raised to 1, so it is 2 by 3. Similarly NCN is 1. Again here 1 upon 3 raised to 5 and anything raised to 0 is 1, so it is 1. Now see how to solve this one. So 5 2s are 10, I write here, and 3 raised to 4 means 81, and 3 is as it is, plus here 1 by 3 raised to 5. So here 4 plus 1, that is 5, 3 raised to 5. So base are same, so 10 plus 1, that is 11 upon 3 raised to 5. So 3 raised to 5 is 243. So this is the answer. So this is all about the question number 7. Now the question number 8. A person buys a lottery ticket in 50 lotteries, in each of which his chance of winning a prize is 1 by 100. So find the probability that he will win a prize at least once, and the second one is exactly once. Now see, the P is the probability of winning prize we are given, that is, and so the probability we are given, it is 1 by 100. So P is equals to 1 by 100. So we can find out the Q, that is 1 by P. So taking the LCM, we get 99 upon 100. So here we get the values of P and Q. P is 1 by 100 and Q is 99 by 100. Now the first question, that is, we have to find out the value of N. So a person buys a lottery ticket in 50 lotteries. So the number of tickets are 50. So the value of N is equals to 50. So here we get the values of P, Q and N. Now the first one, that is probability of winning a prize is at least once. So it is at least once. At least once means it minimum 1. It's not less than 1. So it is greater than 1. So greater than 1, and it can be find out by the formula, that is P x is greater than 1, greater than equals to 1 is equals to 1 minus P is P of x is less than 1. So see, this is one is the formula. So 1 minus, so x is less than 1 means it is x is equals to 0. So 1 minus, using the formula, that is n c x p raised to x q raised to n minus x. So n is 50 and x is 0 here. The value of p is 1 by 100 raised to 0 and q is 99 by 100. So n minus x, so 50 minus 0. So 1 minus, the value of this one is 1, anything raised to 0 is 1, and 99 by 100 raised to 50. And so my answer is 1 minus 99 upon 100 raised to 50. So in this example, you have to remember this formula. And the second part of this example is the probability of winning a prize is exactly once. Means we are given, that is, it is exactly once means x is equals to 1. So again the same formula, that is n c x, n is 50, c x is 1, p, that is 1 by 100 raised to x, x is 1, and q 99 upon 100, n minus x, that is 50 minus 1. Now 50 into 1 by 100 into 99 by 100 raised to 49. Now see this 100 and this 100. So it is raised to 49, and 49 plus this 1, we will get here 50. So 50, so this one number here, 99 raised to 49 and 100 raised to 50. So this is example number 8. Then example number 10. I am going to solve example number 10. So see, the example is, find probability of throwing at most 2 sixes in 6 throws of a single die. Now see, you are given the single die, and you know the sample space for the single die is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, that is 6, and out of which we get 6 for one time only. And so the probability of getting success, that is P, is equals to 1 by 6. See how this value comes. The sample space is 6. So whenever we throw the single die, we get 6 for one time, and so 1 by 6. So this is the value of P. And the Q we get, that is 1 minus P, that is 1 minus 1 by 6. So here we get 5 by 6. So hence we get a value of P, value of Q, and how many throws are there? That is 6 throws are there, and so the value of N is 6. And which probability? We have to find out the probability of at most 2 sixes. मीन्स ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा 2 sixes चाहिए. मीन्स 2 से ज़्यादा 6 नहीं चाहिए. इसका मतलब है इट मस्ट बी लेस दैन इक्वल्स टू 2. So less than equals to 2 means it includes x is equals to 0, x is equals to 1, and is also x is equals to 2. So x is equals to 0, x is equals to 1, and x is equals to 2. For all these values we have to put down the formula, that is n cx p raised to x q raised to n minus x. So n is 6, cx, x is 0 here, p is 1 by 6, and q is 5 by 6 raised to n minus x, that is 6 minus 0. For this one also use the same formula, n cx, n is 6, cx is 1, p that is 1 by 6 raised to x, that is 1, and q that is 5 by 6 raised to 6 minus 1, n minus 6, n minus x, that is 6 minus 1. For this one also we have to choose the same formula, and by solving this, now see what we get. So 6 is 0 is 1, here also we get 1, since the power is 0, anything raised to 0 is 1, and 6 minus 0 is 6, so 5 by 6 raised to 6 is as it is. Here also 6c1 means 6, 1 by 6 as it is, 6 minus 1 that is 5, so 5 raised to 5, and 6 also raised to 5. Here 6c2 means हमें 6 number 2 steps पीछे लेना है, so 6 into 5 upon 2 into 1. So 1 by 6 square, and here 6 minus 2 that is 4, so 5 by 6 raised to 4. So 2 3s are 6. Now see, since there is a raised to 5, here is raised to 4, but by adjusting here we have to show that is all the powers must be same, so we adjust it. So 5 by 6 में से एक 5 by 6 हम बाजू निकलते हैं, so here we get 5 by 6 raised to 5. This total will become 6. Here also we get 5 by 6 raised to 5. Now see how we can adjust this one. Now see, this one is 5 and this one is also 5, so this 5 raised to 1 and this 5 raised to 4, it becomes 5 raised to 5. So here we just going to adjust it. Here also 1 by 6 square, so 6 into 6, so 3 1s are 3 and 3 2s are 6. Here also we going to adjust this 6. So see, 5 by 6, 5 upon 6 raised to 5, this time is also as it is. So here 1 by 2 is as it is. Now this 5 and 5 we get 5 raised to 5, and this 6 and 6 again we get 6 raised to 5, means all the powers become same. And now we take the common, that is 5 by 6 raised to 5, we take common from all these 3 terms here, and so the remaining terms are 5 by 6, here no one is there means there is 1, and here is 1 by 2, and now we taking the LCM of these 3 terms, and we get the LCM is 6. So 5 by equating the denominators, plus 6 plus 3, 5 upon 6 raised to 5, answer is 14 by 6, 5 upon 6 raised to 5, and by reducing we will get 7 by 3, 5 upon 6 raised to 5. Now the question number 11. So it is known that 10% of the certain articles manufactured are defective. So what is the probability that in random sample of 12 such articles 9 are defective? Means you are given that is x is the number of defective items, and we have to find out the probability that atom is a defective. So we are already given that is 10% are defective, so the probability is 10 by 100, that is 10%. So by reducing we will get 1 by 10. From the value of p we can find the value of q, that is 9 by 10, and sample of 12 such articles, so the number of articles are 12, so the value of n is 12. Now what we have to find out, that is we have to find out what is the probability that in a random sample of 12 such articles 9 are defective, means we are given x is equals to 9. So here we have to use the formula, that is ncx p raised to x and q raised to n minus x. So 12, n is 12, cx, x is 9, p that is 1 by 10 raised to 9, that is x, q the value of q is 9 by 10, n minus x, that is 12 minus 9. Now here we have to use this formula, that is ncx is equals to nc n minus x. So 12c9 is equals to 12c n minus x, that is 12 minus 9 is 3. मीन्स हमें यहाँ 12 नंबर जो है वो 3 स्टेप्स पीछे लेना है. सो हियर वी राइट दैट इज 12 इंटू 11 इंटू 10 अपॉन 3 factorial, that is 3 into 2 into 1. And so by solving all this we get 220, that is 4 into 5 into 11, so 220 into this term is as it is, that is 1 raised to 9, that is 1, and 10 raised to 9 into 12 minus 9 is 3, so 9 cube and 10 cube. So here by solving we get that is 220 into 9 cube. So just we take the addition of the powers since the bases are same. So 9 cube upon 10 raised to 12, or we can also write it like this one. From this 10 raised to 12 we take 1 10 outside, so this 0 will cancel with that 10. So here we get 22 into 9 cube into 10 raised to 11. Now we are going to learn the next concept of this chapter, and the last concept, that is mean and variance of the binomial distribution. And for this we have to remember the following formulas. It is a very simple concept. So the first formula, that is the mean of the random variable x. Mean of random variable x is denoted as E of x, and the formula for finding the mean is E of x is equals to n into p. Next, the second formula, that is variance of random variable x, is denoted by VAR of x, that is variance of x, and the formula for finding the variance is VAR of x, that is variance of x, is equals to NPQ. So in the previous examples you know the meaning of this NPQ, and remember that mean is always greater than the variance, so NP is always greater than NPQ. Next one, the standard deviation of random variable x is defined as the positive square root of the variance of x, and it is denoted by SD of x. SD means standard deviation, and the formula for it is the square root of variance of x is equals to square root of NPQ. So you have to remember only these three formulas, that is E of x is equals to NP, then variance of x is equals to NPQ, and standard deviation of x is equals to root NPQ. And we start the example number 12 from the same exercise. It is the last example from this exercise and from this chapter also. So given that the x follows the binomial distribution NP, you know how to read it. Given that x follows binomial distribution NP, you are given the 4 examples, so just we take one by one. So if you are given that is if n is equals to 10 and p is equals to 0.4, you have to find out E of x and variance of x. So you are given the value of n and p, so we have to just put down the value. So E of x is equals to n into p, so you are given already value of n is 10 and p is 0.4, so we easily find out the E of x. And for finding the variance of x, first we have to find out the value of q. So you know how to find out q is equals to n minus p, so 1 minus 0.4, so we will get 0.6. And now we have to put down all these values, that is n, p, q in the formula. So n is we are given that is 10, p is 0.4 and q is 0.6. So finally by taking product we get 2.4. Now see the second example. We are given that is p is equals to 0.6, and now you are given the mean that that is E of x is equals to 6, and now we have to find out the n and also variance of x. Same example that of the first one. So E of x is equals to n into p. Now you are given the E of x is 6, n is as it is, and p is 0.6. So divide it, and so we will get n is equals to 60 by 6, so n is 10. And to find out the variance you have to know the value of q. So first find out the value of q, in that is 1 minus p. So 1 minus 0.6, which I have given in the example, so we will get 0.4. Now the formula for variance is n into p into q. N is 10, we find out here, and p is 0.6 we are given in the example, and we find out here the value of q is 0.4, so the total is 2.4. Now the third example, n is equals to 25, E of x is 10, and we have to find out p as well as standard deviation. See, we are given the value of n and E of x. So see, E of x is equals to n into p, so we are given E of x and p value of n. So putting this, we will calculate the value of p. So p will get 2 by 5. So since we find the p, we can easily find out q, that is 1 minus p. 1 minus 2 by 5, so 5 minus 2, by taking the LCM we get 3 by 5. So these are the values of p and q. Now you know the formula for the standard deviation, that is variance of x, and the formula is npq. So you know the value of n is 25 given in your example, and we all just find out the value of p and q. So p is 2 by 5 and q is 3 by 5. Just put down the values. Here the 5 5s are 25, so this 25 is cancelled with this 25, so we will get here root 6. And now the last example. So here we are given that is n is equals to 10. See the fourth example, e of x is equals to 8, and we have to find out the variance. So here we are given the e of x. So see, e of x is equals to 8, we are given n is 10. So p is 8 upon 10, so p is 0.8. So from p calculate the q by using the formula 1 minus p. So 1 minus 0.8. So here we get q is equals to 0.2. Taking the subtraction. So here we get the values of p and q. Now the variance is npq. The value of n is 10, we are given in the example. P is 0.8, q is 0.2, and so by reducing this we get 8 upon 5. So this is the end of the chapter, that is binomial distribution. In the next lecture we will see the next chapter. Thank you.